Quack.
Michael, are you a goose now?
A goose.
Are you Michael
Do
von
gooses
Goosen?
go quack? Is that what you think
And-
of animals now, Seth?
I mean, geese
Aced high
that are
school biology,
quackers.
didn't you?
Geese that are quackers go
Honk, honk.
quack.
I
Don't
can
know how it works.
I can see why you totally passed high school biology. Geese quacking, good grief.
Yeah, when they go
They honk.
quackers, they start
No, they
quacking.
go they honk.
I
Geese
think
honk.
I don't think Michael's
They
getting
don't
my
quack,
joke.
they
I don't
honk.
think Michael's getting the joke, people.
No.
Honk.
Geese going quackers isn't funny because they don't quack. I can see where you're trying to go with it, but it isn't funny, therefore it isn't a joke.
But they go quackers when they go crazy because they become ducks and they go quack.
A goose
Have
going
you, like-
crazy does not become a duck, but
Have-
okay.
Is that what
You've
ducks
trans-
are? They're crazy
You've gone
geese.
so far into the realm of unfunniness that I think it's looped around, and now I'm laughing at how unfunny you are.
See, I knew it would get Michael eventually.
It's an integer overflow.
It was a long con. Anyways, where last we left our heroes, they travelled to Fort Aradesh, now known as Fort Abandon, to repair the old radio tower there and make contact with Dr. Van Buren so that they can continue along their journey to rescue him and, in the process, rescue themselves. Heroes have acquired the aid of the Hanged Man and Blackjack, a very large, peaceful super mutant. And with their truck and trailer and the radio tower mounted to the trailer, our party sets off, heading to the Grand Junction, also known as the Circle Junction. So, we pick up with you guys as mere moments from reaching Circle Junction. It's been a long drive, it's taken most of the day, and it is nearing your third night since escaping the prison. As the sun begins to set, right? Is there anything any of you want to do or talk about in the truck before you arrive at Circle Junction?
I'm eating a Twinkie.
Where'd you get a Twinkie?
Old world food.
Where'd you get it?
We found it in the back of a truck or a car somewhere.
And you didn't share it.
No.
You're not
Why
going
would I
to
share
share
it?
with the class.
Oh, this is my Twinkies.
But I like Twinkies.
I don't see Ryan sharing any of his drugs.
What drugs?
Exactly.
Ryan is not allowed to have drugs. He's on the 12-step program.
Yeah, 12 steps to get to my drugs.
It's not what it means, and you know it, Ryan.
So long as my drugs are within 12 steps of me, I'm fine.
Just keep repeating step 1 over and over.
So, as the truck nears the Circle Junction, and you find that the road gets a lot clearer, you see that the trucks and trailers, the old buses and ruins have been pushed off the highway onto the side beside the road, and there's actually some large paths that can be easily driven through, nearly perfectly straight, as you approach this mass of mechanical and industrial pipes. And beside the highway, you see dozens of railroads all snaking through the desert towards this location. So here's what Circle Junction looks like.
Ooh, fancy.
A nice old, rundown looking railway station that has survived the war
Is it a
and
circle?
has been mostly rebuilt. Yes, so pretty much as you guys come closer, you see that the outskirts are mostly abandoned. They are decrepit, collapsed buildings. But as you guys get closer, you see that in the middle of the town is this big circular train station. It's a big turn style. That way trains can roll onto it and they can be turned and put onto other tracks. I have a little Circle Junction map here just to show you guys what the area looks like that's still civilized, as it were. So it's called Circle Junction because there's a giant mechanical circle that rotates train tracks on it. And the hanged man would have described to you that the tribals that live here worship the trains and the railroad, and that's why they've made camp here. Their ancestors didn't make it to any vaults when the bombs fell Instead, they were stuck in trains on the train tracks, but the trains were armored enough that it protected them from the initial radiation. The
So it's
people
like
just,
being in a refrigerator.
just
Are you
on
saying
a
these
train track.
people are ghouls?
No, these people are
Pretty
not
sure
ghouls.
if he was saying that these people were ghouls, he'd say these people are ghouls.
You'd probably say that, yeah.
Always got to be aware. Got to make sure. Got to check out for these demons.
Can we see anybody around?
Yeah, so as you guys draw closer, I'll move us over to the local interaction map. So as you guys drive up, you see that there are a lot of repaired buildings, mostly around the circle, but you don't really see any people. It seems pretty quiet all over. I'll just leave the truck off this scene, unless you guys want to actually drive it in.
Why did you forget to move me?
Nope. No, I moved you twice.
That's not that much of a junction, really, is it?
Oh god, there's still them.
There's two of you, Ivy. Sorry. I had put you down here earlier, Ivy, just to test lighting, and I
I
forgot.
mean, it kind of just looks like a stopping point. A junction is usually two different paths.
There are multiple different paths, Michael. This is just one of the sides. Anyways,
Michael, stop poking the DM.
Maybe that's just the name of the
Okay.
place and it's not actually a junction.
is a junction. There's multiple rail
That's
lines.
like-
That junction here.
That'd be like naming a mountain Hill Valley.
So anyways, as you guys disembark your car and move in on foot, you see a bunch of powered down robots, parked cars, and a bunch of repaired buildings. You see that there's some like guard towers in front of you, and there's some like wire fences that connect to the buildings that try to like keep a security perimeter. And the road is slightly blocked off by big concrete barriers, but you don't hear any life. You don't hear anyone moving, anyone living, anyone doing anything. It all seems very quiet.
So everything's just powered off, basically.
Yeah, everything's just off, and nothing's really going on.
Okay, and we were expecting this to be the hive of activity in some way.
Yes, the hanged man looks very confused. He says, "When I last heard of this place, this tribe was nearly 400 strong. When I came through here, it was a very bustling trading port.
Wait, quick question out of character. Is this the place that we were heading to or is this a stop
Yes.
along the way?
This is the place you were heading to see if you could either get fuel for your car or could borrow a train."
Right.
How do you borrow a train?
Well,
With
yes,
guns.
nicely. With guns. You understand.
Fingers guns.
We trade them for somebody to drive us there in the train, and then they drive the train back.
Oh, so the trade for a train.
You said
have it.
those were off.
Yeah, they are kind of lying in a dysfunctional state.
Can I roll like mechanics, see if I can get them working?
Sure, go for it.
Hello. What's all this then?
Pretty decent mechanics roll. You realize that they are actually that the robot is actually functional, but that it's just in a standby mode, and that you can pretty easily turn it on. But as you're examining it, you see that its lights begin to turn on and it starts beeping. Meanwhile, Phil, you notice that there's a hovering robot over there, and it's eyeing you closely, and you see it's got military paint on it. And it calls out in a robotic voice, prisoners detected. Alerting local police forces.
9. Can I charge it and try and kill it before it does it?
I'm
yeah.
assuming as he sees that I see up here.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, you see it just parked there.
I'm gonna nope.
All right,
Do we
Phil,
just
I'm
see
gonna.
That's a big-
Yoko
that's a big-
running off?
Yeah,
that's
you
a
just see Yoko making a run for it. Phil, you and it can make initiative rolls. Whichever one of you goes first. If you get to it first, you can interrupt it. How's How's that feel?
Okay, sure. I just don't want it to alert anyone.
Mm-hmm.
As a stealth man, being alerted is against my
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, Phil definitely goes first there. Meanwhile, Ivy, the police bot is turning on. Do you want to quickly try and mechanics to disable it, or do you want to just blast it, or what do you want to do, Ivy?
Want to override?
You want to override it? Okay.
Yeah.
Make another mechanics check. The DC is going to be 16.
Wow.
Okay, you managed to override it and interrupt its turn on process, keeping it from fully activating and waking up the other police. Meanwhile, Yoko, you're charging the Mr. Gutsy before it sounds the alarm.
Yeah, and I mainly just want to interrupt it. I don't necessarily have to kill it straight away.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Got it. Alright, so I can reach it in one
Mhm.
action, so that's good. I'm going to bonsai it, and then I'm going to give it a little cheeky whack.
Okay, go for it. That's a easy hit.
And damage.
That's some decent damage. You slice the Mr. Gutsy, slicing off the eye that was looking at you, and a little radio antenna, and they both fall off, and it goes, "My word, how rude, violent prisoners."
Can Pooch have a go as well? Or is he separate?
Sure. Sure, Pooch can. Pooch runs over. Which one to bite him?
Give him one of these, yeah. Right, there we go.
That is a miss, unfortunately. It's a miss to Gutsy. Okay. So you and Pooch, you damage it, and Pooch attempts to bite it and grab it. The Mr. Gutsy hovers there for a few seconds. And before I do Mr. Gutsy's turn, I'm just going to check what everyone else is doing. Nash. So you watch as Ryan just makes a run for it, back towards the Humvee, towards the party truck. What are you doing, Nash?
And Yoko has attacked this thing.
Yeah.
And then does this thing look aggressive?
None of the other robots are activated.
Okay. Did I hear the Mr. Gutsy saying anything?
How far away are you guys? It was pretty loud as it made its announcement. I'll say all of you heard it.
Okay.
Pretty much, it just said prisoners detected, alerting local police robots.
Yeah, I will go to attack it as well then. To try and cut it off.
Okay. So Yoko's already cut off its radio.
Oh.
So it's not really going to call out.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if you want, you can go over and hold your action to, if it tries to communicate, you can shoot it.
I cannot hold actions.
Oh, right. Never mind.
So I will just move over to this big guy in case. Well, I won't. I can't hold my action, but I guess I'll be
Okay.
close.
Liam's being very, very dangerously close to the big sentry bot. Okay. Ivy and Jimmy, what are you
checking it
two
out.
doing? You two doing anything?
Actually, can I check it out?
Mm-hmm. You want to make a mechanics check? So, Ivy, you've deactivated the police bots, so it's not going to alert the other police bots that there are intruders. What are you doing? You want to just take cover and see what happens?
Well, I guess, but like ideally trying to what would be a good idea is to kind of diffuse the situation, since we're here to sort of needing resources off them. We don't really want to make them our enemies.
You can run over and try to get Yoko not to destroy the Mr. Gutsy.
Alright, how far can I move through?
You can move. Move. I'll say you can move. Let's see. How far is it all the way to him? You could technically move all the way to the Mr. Gutsy for your whole turn if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. Reggie follows you. My word, it's a cousin.
Maybe he can talk to him on his turn if that was to happen next. I don't know.
Sure. Yoko, allow me to communicate with my brother.
Just trying to think what Yoko would do. I think Yoko would need to be convinced to get out of his battle rage somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do a roll off for something?
Sure. Ivy, do you want to calm down the Hulk?
With what?
Something
Sun's
charisma
getting real low.
related. Yeah. Sun's getting real low. You should touch his palm.
Sure.
In a super mutant's palm. That could only go well.
Okay, roll. So you don't have any ranks in like anything talky, do you?
No,
Neither do
I've got
I.
real bad. I've got
Okay.
real bad charisma.
Okay.
Should go well.
Just make a charisma check. So just click charisma, and then Yoko. Oh my Jesus Christ! It's a good thing Jimmy's.
not good.
It's a good thing Ryan isn't within range.
It's
Hey,
a
but I
really
thought it
good
was
thing.
Richie that was doing all this.
No,
Not me.
Reggie's communicating with Mr. Gutsy. You're trying to calm
Okay.
down Yoko.
Okay. Yeah, well, I clearly I'll let you just work out what's gonna happen now.
Okay. So Yoko, Ivy runs up between you and the robot, and she just starts flailing her arms. She's like stuttering, trying to say something to you, and she's like gesturing at you and gesturing at the robot, and you're just getting the picture that the mechanic lady wants you to break machine.
Yes, break Carter.
For that, Phil, I'll give you another turn before the robot goes.
Okay, sure. I'll wait for
no.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's a critical hit. roll,
Oh, no.
roll damage. So, that's a lot of damage. It's 24 damage. You'd already done 16 to it. Okay, so that's 40 damage. That's a lot of damage. It is a military bot, but it's not in its fully functional state. So unfortunately, the Mr. Gutsy does not get to talk anymore.
Oh.
As Yoko slices the Mr. Gutsy into pieces. I'm very
I'm
sorry.
gonna look at Ivy and say, I do go.
I'm just gonna like put my hand in my head in my palm, my hand, just like, oh no. No words.
Reggie just like reaches down with an arm and like picks up one of the pieces of the Mr. Gutsy. Sleep well, my cousin. And he starts playing. Dun, dun, dun. Hooch just like picks up one of the Mr. Gutsy arms and just like holds it like a sick, wanting you to throw it. Ivy.
Poochie. It's a good poochie.
Anyways, you managed to stop it before it woke up all the other robots. So, Nash, you're examining the sentry bot. It seems incredibly it seems like it's been quite a while since the sentry bot's been turned on. It's just parked there. It's not really doing anything. It's covered in dust and sand. It's not turning on.
Good.
Meanwhile, well, Jimmy and Ryan, what are you two up to?
Well, is this a tower that I can? Is this like a tower that you
Yeah.
can go up into?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go investigate the tower.
Now that I'm
Meanwhile-
far enough back, I'm gonna look out to see if there are any lights on. Anyway.
You see there are a few lights further in the area towards one of the main buildings, pretty much in the middle of the Circle Junction, but that seems to be the only one. Meanwhile, Ivy, you do see two figures, both looking human, wearing tribal-ish armor, walking towards you.
Can I just like wave?
Sure, you just wave at. They approach you. Neither of they both have weapons, but neither of them are drawing them. Nash, you also see the same with Yoko. And as you wave Ivy, the female who looks far younger than the male. Gives you a smile, and she steps forward, and she says, "Greetings, traveler. We are the Iron Liners. What brings you to Circle Junction?"
Choo choo.
Our choo-choos are not running currently. I'm sorry if you were looking for travel.
What's wrong with them?
We are out of fuel.
Hmm.
And then the other one, who's wearing tribal leather and steel armor with a big old T-51B power armor helmet, just without any of the actual power armor. He's just wearing it as a helmet. He steps forwards and he looks a little bit weak on his legs. And he says, is in a very old raspy voice, "Now, all of you, be careful. This is our town, and we have dozens of soldiers ready to jump out and arrest you if you try anything. Though I will apologize for the machine. They are not ours. We've actually never seen a floating one before, but you seem to have one of your own. Just interesting."
And Reggie just introduce himself.
"Of course, ma'am. I am Reggie, the servant to Madam Ivy, and a wonderful chef. At your service." Then he kind of bounces his little hat between his three eyeballs. And the lady smiles.
He has a hat on his 3 eyeballs.
No, he has one hat in the middle of his head. If you zoom in on his picture, you'll see there's a little old fedora hat, and he bounces it between the 3 eyeballs.
Huh, so there is.
Yeah. "I am Big Circle, and I am the second in command of the Iron Liners, second only to the conductor. And this is Alkaya, one of our new liners. We are holding down the fort, so to speak, as we wait for our grand train to return with the rest
Did
of
you
our
just
people."
say that there was a whole lot of people waiting to...
Yes, there are many other soldiers waiting to ambush, but many of our people are not here.
Insight check.
Go for it. Yeah, you're pretty certain it's just these two here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Liam brandishes the chainsaw. "Where are those soldiers, huh?"
I feel good with my chance.
"So, what brings all of you here to the Circle Junction? Do you wish to see our store?
We were hoping to either get fuel or take one of the trains to... That was we were going to get?
Denver.
Denver.
Fort Knox.
We...
But it seems
did
you're-
we...
Michael, canonically, we don't want to go there.
What fuel do you require? We do not currently have any coal, if you seek that. For all of our coal was sent with our war train."
I guess something like good old gasoline.
"We have no gas here."
Gas.
And what fuel do you have?
"We have no fuel here currently. That is what we hoped the war train would return with. We
When
are...
we're expecting them.
Any day now, they will return. They went to the Cypher tribe, for the Cyphers have made us a grand train engine that runs on fission. And we have made a deal with the reservation for one of their fission batteries. We will have a train that can run for 1,000 years, and then we will return to power. Till then, we wait.
So what do you have to trade?
We have many things. Come, gather round. We will go to my great store." He leads your small group to one of their side buildings. Welcome, welcome, for they left me here, for not only am I second in command to the conductor, I am also the tradesman of our people. This is our store. People come from all around to see our store. He opens the door. Now, please, before you proceed, we do not allow weapons in the store. So if you could secure them here, we have a safe. It will be fine.
I'll be fine waiting out here.
I hand Jimmy my pistol.
I'm gonna
No, you wouldn't part an old man with his walking chainsaw.
I'm gonna mention in an aside to the hanged man, sort of that they can't hear. You said that there was like 400 people here the last time you were here?
Aye, that there were.
And I don't suppose any of them looked like these people?
I do not recognize either, but I should have warned you. They somewhat take orders from a conductor, which is an old robot that ran the train, the original train their people survived on.
I see.
I would
Well,
not recommend letting them go and get advice from him.
Well, I'll stay out here with the weapons, I think.
I'll stay out here as well.
Can I try a sleight of hand to my sword?
Sure. Go for it. Meanwhile, Nash, with your
I'm gonna ask a serious
chainsaw,
question. So
you're fine, Yoko.
when Yoko does that, where is he storing his sword?
You don't want to know.
Because you're not wearing any armor.
It's a tail now.
Gives it to Pooch to like play fetch with.
Something like that.
No, they probably don't work.
How can they tell that super mutants aren't born with tails? Long little tails.
So Nash, they want you to put away your shotgun and your Blackfoot blade, but they'll let you keep the chainsaw because it doesn't easily come off.
It's surgically attached, yeah.
Meanwhile, Ivy, Big Circle doesn't notice, but Alkeye notices, but she just gives you a smile and she waves you on.
Radio.
Now, I am old, so I will sit here, and you all can shop with my assistant. He sits down. Please, come in. We sell many wares as these we have collected from all across the Grand Colorado. Holding...
Jeans. What is...
Whoa.
We have many items for sale. We accept
So
both
far.
coal, barter, gasoline, and caps as currency. We do not accept NCR dollars or Legion dinars.
Passing through here, what are some standout things that I can see that may be useful or
Make a
interesting?
perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Oh wow.
You do notice that there's just a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of junk. There's a lot of collector, just things that they grabbed that really probably aren't worth holding on to, but they just thought looked cool.
That's a dress for Yoko.
Like, there's like boxes full of like basketballs and like beach balls, right? And it's like, are those really necessary? There's like actual mannequins with like clothes on them, including like a nice old pre-war wedding dress. There's like a bunch of shoes. There is
there's a barbed wire fence there.
there is a power
that's
armor
not-
frame. There is like a power armor frame with like a helmet but nothing else.
Hang on, don't we need a frame in order to use our power armor? that we
No,
have?
you guys
No,
just
we-
need
we
a
have
fusion core.
frame. And
Oh, okay.
to know how to use it.
Right.
Seth, I'm gonna look through this room
Mhm.
if possible, and then look at some upgrades for my armor.
Mm-hmm.
How do upgrades work, Seth? What's
Yep.
needed in order to install them and stuff?
So for the upgrade you found, that's a pre-done module upgrade. and you just put that. You just use a workbench. You can install that. If you want to craft your own
Okay.
upgrades, though, that requires components.
Is there a workbench around here that I could just shove that onto my sword?
There is no
one
workbench
in the truck.
in this building, but they did
Oh.
pack some workbenches into the truck trailer. You can
Okay, cool.
unpack them and do it there. Yeah. They do have trains parked in their main building. It's just they don't have any fuel.
Fuel.
That's the issue, because most of their trains run on coal. Which, if any of you ask, they'll tell you that they found an old train museum and they broke out all the ancient trains out of it because those are the only ones that actually ran.
Mm.
And those all
oh my,
require
oh my
coal.
goodness. I've just had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Seth, I'm gonna go up to the old man and ask him if he knows how to operate power armor.
It was a trait passed down by my ancestors, yes, but unfortunately, all of our power armor we had to give back to the Brotherhood, except for this helmet and that old frame that you saw.
I'll tell you what. I've got an idea, guys. If he teaches me how to use power armor, and if he knows of any old coal mines, we can get him some coal. We have
Hello.
excavator power armor.
Mhm.
Sounds like a great benefit for you.
I mean, we
good
could
benefit.
teach you two, Yoko, but you're too big for it.
I don't want to use my power armor.
Maybe we
Meanwhile-
can get a discount for the store as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
we could make a trade for either some stuff in the store or a discount to the store, and you guys drive us in the train. I'll happily put down a down payment for some. We just also need a fusion core if you've got one.
Try and negotiate for it.
Cheeky
Go
fusion
ahead.
core.
I'd happily roll some.
Sure.
if you want me to.
Why
Sure,
does it
roll.
stay on the ground there? New tech?
Persuasion
Any tech?
or barter?
Barter. It's supposed to say it's supposed to be a Vault Tech stamp, but I don't know.
But it's something tech.
I think it's an
Melon-
infinity symbol. Is there an infinity symbol?
Infinity tech?
Anyways, to answer your question, Liam, the most noticeable thing you see a old shish kebab mod that you could put on your chainsaw to add fire damage to it. You have a
Okay,
flaming
that's pretty.
chainsaw.
That's pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely am down for us trying to work out a discount or some deals with this
Mhm.
place. If people want to go for a little side quest to get coal.
Sure. If we get power armor from it too, that bend and that'd be good.
Meanwhile, Miranda, old Kaye, has been somewhat following you around, and now that everyone's gone, she tries to corner you. I am sorry if I'm speaking out of place, but you all seem like travelers, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You have not traveled by the Cipher Village, have you?
Have we?
No.
No.
It has been 3 months and we've heard nothing from our people. Nearly 300 strong went out in our best train. We've heard nothing. They were supposed to rescue the ciphers. They are under siege by an unknown threat. I fear that my people are not coming home.
Mm.
Have you heard anything?
No.
Of course. It is sorry. This one is sorry for asking questions not related to business. Please. Is there anything I can help you find?
No.
Okay. For asking such impertinent questions, I offer you a bag of medical supplies. You seem like a good person and a healer.
Oh, well, thank you.
It
Just remove the morphine.
is our belief that we follow the will of the Iron Line, and that it grants safety and protection to all who come through our junction. For our junction is where they find their true direction in life. She gives you a smile and she runs off.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, down in the bartering zone, So let me get this straight. You have power armor, excavator, minor power armor, without a fusion core and without training. You want to go and get some coal. In exchange, we teach you how to use it and give you a fusion core.
If you teach me how to use it, I will put a down payment on the fusion core. We will get you some coal. We will also get some extra coal, which we will then make a trade with you. For either a discount or, use of one of your trains. Wouldn't you like to see your trains moving again?
Very tempting offer. I would like to see my trains move. I would like to see my people thrive. And Miranda, I will give you the med pack. Pretty much it's 5 sim packs and then a healer's kit. So I'll just give that to you quickly. You don't have any stim packs, Miranda.
Thank goodness neither of us took those stim packs that we found last night, Miranda.
What's the difference between stim pack and medics?
The stim packs you inject. They're pretty much like potions of healing. They give you immediate healing, but they're one-time use each. Meanwhile, a healer's kit you can use to mend wounds, stop bleeding, and you can use it to heal people. It's just it takes longer and it requires a medicine check. So
What's the charges?
So there is in a healer's kit there is a limited amount of like bandages, and that's just how many charges. So each time you use it to heal someone, it uses up a charge.
Okay, perfect.
So you as a medic, you can use a healer's kit to heal people, but stim packs anyone can use if they can just figure out how to inject it. Pretty much. Sorry.
I still got duct tape, don't I?
You do.
With my ability to that always fixes a wound.
Yes, that also works. All right. Anyways, so back to the discussion. We can come to an arrangement, but as I said, we do not have any fusion cores. But I think I have an alternative, and he gives you a big toothless smile.
Why is he taking his helmet off?
Because it is best to do business without helmets.
Does he have pickaxes?
So you wish to secure coal. Well, you see, we had a coal mine. We took it from the NCR a few months back when they abandoned the town. It's a little bit to the north. Unfortunately, the NCR that were pulling out of Denver didn't like that we took over their little mining town. So there was a little bit of a squabble, and long story short, the entire coal mine is on fire.
That is a problem.
Minor problem, but I'm sure a bunch of...
Minor problem. That is a coal mine.
Minor problem, but I'm sure as a bunch of capable people such as yourselves, you can figure out how to put out the fire, or at least find some coal that isn't burning and grab that. I'm sure.
Hey Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question based on his technology skill.
Yeah.
Would Ryan know what type of power source the security bot would have?
The security bot would run on an old fusion core, yes. Alternatively, the big circle, he is offering to make a rack of car batteries and hook them all up to your power armor to give you half an hour of full power. More than enough to get some coal.
I will consider that offer.
Uh-huh.
But I want to see if I can get the fusion core.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ivy, I need your assistance with something.
Mm-hmm.
So how much can Yoko and the big friendly giant pee?
Did you say
Did you-
pee?
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
put out the fire.
Oh my god.
See, I thought I had misheard, but no.
Yoko, I'll let you answer that question.
Oh god.
How big is your bladder, Yoko?
On a super mutant. You store it up for quite a bit.
Well, I feel like a super mutant's urine would be poisonous in some way.
Makes the fire bigger.
So it'll make poisonous gas. Toxic fumes, probably. But other than that, I have no idea.
So, Ivy, can you make a mechanics check, and Ryan, you make a technology check to see if you guys can get the fusion core out of the sentry bot?
Well, in one moment, I just need to check something.
Jesus Christ, Ivy. Alright, meanwhile, while you guys are talking about super mutants peeing, Alakea walks over and she looks a little bit timid. So you're all heading north, yes?
Indeed.
To retrieve our coal. If you have time, would you head into the mountains and follow the train tracks and see if our people are still helping these ciphers?
Is that nearby the mine?
Is a few miles to the east, but into the mountains, but I'm sure if it's not too much trouble.
Maybe you could put in a good word for us?
Seth, I'd like to use a mechanic that we haven't used yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd like a particular song to play.
Oh, Ben.
I'm not messing around with this.
Uh-huh.
I'm on a mission.
Ben, you see, only you actually got character theme music, so I just assumed no one was
Are we doing
interested.
I
So,
thought you forgot
It's
about it.
section 9.
so
What is your character's theme music?
So
I thought it
Ben,
was.
that? It wasn't brought up in character creation.
Yeah, I thought it was a remnant from the last game we did because you never mentioned it.
You see, Seth
Oh,
mentioned it
I
to me.
see.
He asked me.
oh, I see.
I got asked. I just forgot about picking one.
Oh well, you never mentioned it to me.
Anyways,
I can't
I
help it if you
assumed it
guys
was-
don't read your character creation.
I saw it,
I
but
remembered it, just when
it
it
was
wasn't
never
mentioned in
mentioned.
character creation. But it wasn't part
That's
of
okay.
the game.
That's okay. If the other guys haven't
Anyways.
gotten one, then no.
yeah, so what I'll have you do then is you can spend a luck point to get advantage anyways. So you just do
I'll do
I
that.
mean, I have my theme music ready to go.
I mean, yeah, so that's the situation now. Are we doing the theme music thing? or-
I'll say honestly, I think it'd just be too complicated. I think I've
It's just
changed
that-
my mind
that
on it.
It adds
But
a whole
yes.
I
nother
mean, if
thing,
you want mine, I've got it ready. It's like right here.
But yes, Ben asked for the theme music of "I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire" by the Ink Spots, which is a Fallout 3 song anyways, so makes sense. Anyways, so Ben,
I'll
roll with
burn my one luck
advantage.
point. Mechanics or technology here, Seth?
Technology, because Ivy rolled mechanics. So Ivy's opened up the sentry bot with her very nimble, quick hands.
Of fucking course. I don't even know why I do these things.
Perfect, Ben. Perfect. So Ivy has delicately and eloquently opened up the sentry bot so you can get to it. You just have to override its security program to actually open. Well, to actually release the fusion core. And you're sitting there hacking away when you guys hear something. It sounds like a beeping sound. And it's not you two, it's the rest of you at the general store. You hear, it's very loud, sounds like a radar beeping sound. And if it's
I
not
thought that
coming
was my
from
headset
your
dying.
Pip Boys, it sounds like it's coming from inside the general store. And
Do I hear it from outside?
yeah, from all of you who are either inside or outside.
What is
if you
that?
hear it.
Can we go outside?
You go inside, and Alkaye runs past you over to the table, and the old man's looking at the computer. Alkaye, there's a train coming. It's coming from the east. There's nothing down that line. It's only Denver City or that old prison. You all came from that direction. Are there any trains over there?
Were there any trains connected
Yeah.
to the prison?
What the-
You guys didn't notice any. Though you do recall hearing that there was a train level in the prison.
Maybe it's the guards coming to try and get us.
The beeping gets louder and more frequent. And Ivy and Ryan, since you guys are technically over in the parking lot near the train tracks, you see Ivy, while you're watching Ryan and you're kind of bored because he's being really slow, you see down the train tracks, down the direction you guys came from, down a ways, you see a black shape moving down the train track. And you hear a sound. The sound grows louder as it gets closer.
The fuck is that?
What is that?
Well, since I'm outside and I can see, what do I see coming down the train tracks?
Make a perception
Ooh.
check.
AT-AT?
Since I was, keeping an eye out.
Get the
Make
shield
it-
generator up.
Make a
No,
perception
roll.
check.
It is, well,
I got a
Perfect.
14.
Oh,
Looking for a 15
No.
or higher.
I
my
just
God.
don't see nothing.
Ivy's just so focused on watching Jimmy just frantically trying to get this fusion core out.
Brian.
Trying. Alright, I'm gonna move us all back to the battle map unless any of you guys want to do something hasty.
I would ask if they are able to contact it. Otherwise, running towards the outside.
Of course, I will try later yoing it. Come in, great locomotive on the eastern track, come in. You're plowing through all of our signals without communicating, that's very rude.
Did you just say that that's very good?
That's very rude.
Oh. Ah, yes, no communication. Very good. Standard procedure.
So,
Let's
sound.
get them like right there.
I feel like I need to double check this. We didn't park our car on the track.
no, you parked it on the road beside the tracks.
Naturally.
Okay, but I'm gonna move it a bit further away from the tracks, just in case.
Yeah? Is that
Yeah.
the plan here?
Just in case it's like an oversized.
How
hat-
far away was it?
You check the little radar map and you see that it is marked as it is 1 kilometer away and closing very quickly.
So you might have time to move the car.
Alright, do you want to go make a vehicles check to very quickly move the car?
Yeah, maybe even get the turrets ready in prime position. Vehicles. Oh, that was almost a net one.
Yeah, so you're very slowly moving the car. It has a big trailer on it. You've never really reversed a car with a truck trailer like ever. You don't really know how to do it. You keep turning the wheel in the wrong direction, and then back in the other direction. And then you're just not really making any progress. And move Jimmy over there. Jimmy's gonna be out there in the firing line.
Bye, Jimmy.
Bye.
Nice knowing you, Jimmy.
Where is our vehicle?
Here you go. Thing is, if you'd rolled a nat 1, I would have said you would have accidentally reversed the light trailer onto the tracks, but I'm not that mean. Or am I? I'll say that you've gotten it partially, like, off the road, but not really. Meanwhile, Ben, you think it's going to be about another minute before you can get the thing open. And Michael, you see it as it gets closer. It's a 6-legged machine walking down the train tracks.
That's no train.
Okay, I'm gonna redouble my efforts to get this vehicle moving.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Make another spend a hit die, and you can make another vehicle check.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing? Ivy, you just still helping Ryan get the fusion core out?
Well, I'm assuming I don't notice.
No, you don't notice anything. You haven't
Yeah.
even noticed that Jimmy's gone back to the truck. You're just too focused.
I guess I'll call back
Exactly.
inside, see if
Is
they've
it-
gotten any answer yet.
Is it this wire or this wire? Maybe
Alright.
it's this wire.
Jimmy, you managed to get the truck through the little blockade into the other side, so you can start taking it to the parking.
Okay, let's see if I can get this in some like cover. Because screw this place, our car is our currently most valuable asset.
Of course.
And it's
Maybe-
currently I'm the carting our second most.
Can we like chuck the sentry bots onto our trailer and reprogram it to be our sentry bot?
It's the sentry bot's very big and very heavy.
Yeah, that's why we need to have it on the entire. Just have a trailer that's a sentry bot.
So what you're saying is you
Another
want to
convoy.
tie the sentry bot to the back of the trailer, so it's just double trailer, is what I'm hearing.
No, put it on the trailer. Kick everything, shove everything else off the trailer. We'll put a sentry bot on it.
We get rid of all of our crafting.
Yeah,
abilities.
just ignore all the storage and all
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
exactly. Exactly. Who needs all that when you've got a sentry bot as your mobile gun platform?
I mean, we're gonna need a way to power it though.
Anyways, Nash, you go back into the general store to find that there's that big circle is still trying to talk into the radio, and he turns to you and he says, oh god, the conductor has told me it is not a train.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like one. Do you have any high explosive ordnance? Any rockets?
No, they all went with our military train to the ciphers. I am sorry, but if there is trouble, and he presses a button and the general store starts sealing, I will remain inside. Alt Kaye kind of hovers at the door and she jumps out. I will lead new friends to Cole. And then Argos, the prison warden, the giant 6-legged robot with tons of guns, starts walking down the train track. It's within sight.
Should we just hop in the car and drive to the drive away? I mean, this sealing this place.
Well, I mean, how much fuel have we even got left?
You guys have enough fuel to get you to the next location. You have about a 10th of a tank. But after that, you'll need some gasoline.
Hopefully we can find some fuel at the mine. Or the Cypher's place. Will we have enough to get to the mine and then the Cypher's place?
No, you'll have to choose one.
I will say, however, that there's no point in getting trading materials for Grand Circle Junction, if there's no Grand Circle Junction when we come back.
Well, he's sealing the building.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that he's alright.
Well, there's a good chance, but also, did you see what was coming down those tracks? Because I did.
Yeah, it's probably going after us, so it probably won't.
Oh, that's a good point. Get on the turret then.
No, the point is we can run away from it.
Yeah, get on the turret in case it puts on a boost of speed.
So yeah, but that's the question: is are we going to Burning Springs?
Seth, I'm going to gently stop what I'm doing and close the hatch, not to the point where it locks again, just close it so it looks like it's shut. And then I'm going to get off the robot and go sit on the turret.
Okay.
I vote go to Burning Springs.
Yeah, Burning Springs is probably the best bet first. Because if the giant thing is chasing us, we don't want to lead it to somewhere it doesn't know about.
True.
And it
What
won't
about
know
you?
about it because it's not NCR.
What do you think, Phil?
I think Burning Springs is the best idea as well. It seems a bit more linear, as Miranda said.
Cool.
I mean, it's
Michael?
taking us further in the opposite direction of where we want to go, but
I
But it's better than
think
going up and then east.
that I don't want to fight that Robo Scorpion.
Okay, that's
Well,
one vote for not fighting,
scorpions live in the desert.
which
So
lines
we
up
shouldn't
with
go
everyone.
up and then to the east because that'll take us into the desert.
Burning
Alright.
Springs it is.
Burning Springs.
We'll
Let's
need
go.
fuel for this vehicle.
You make it
So, I mean,
to
that's
you make
kind
it to one location. So it's either Burning Springs or the Cypher Tribe.
We need, well, wherever we go, I hope that it's got fuel there.
Burning Springs. Let's go.
Alright. So, guess what, guys?
What?
Yes.
Everyone stop. It's combat time.
See, I told you. I told you to get on the turret. You didn't believe me. But I knew.
Part of getting in the car.
I knew it was coming.
Can't. It's not dramatic if you guys just all get in and drive off.
See you
Guys,
later.
you guys already avoided the first combat encounter.
Is Richie back at 25 hit points?
Yes.
Oh yeah, did we ever sleep?
Yes.
So
Yes, everything has recharged while you guys were driving here. Because your car is technically a somewhat safe thing.
yeah, we have canvas for tents.
Exactly. Alright. Everyone roll some initiative.
Why is Richie first? Why is Richie always first?
What is
Where'd you get on the
Reggie's-
turret?
What is Reggie's dexterity? Reggie's dex is, I guess, +3, so...
He always goes first, and I always like prefer it when someone else does because I can be like, oh, it gives me time to think.
That's a natural 20 for the warden.
Oh, was it? Well, it was a natural 20 for the warden. Oh, I'm sorry, Reggie.
Oh,
Natural 20s don't affect initiative.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it should. You know,
Teacher, you forgot to give us homework.
Fine. I'll just leave him as 20. That just means he goes before everyone else.
Did you know apparently, like, at least in Dungeons and Dragons, natural 20s being automatic successes is only intended to be in combat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I normally
That's interesting.
only use it as automatic success in combat. Well, it depends on the situation. I won't let it be like an automatic success, like a charisma roll to like talk the villain into not doing something. But if you're like jumping something or grabbing something or doing something physical, I'll let it be a success just because.
I mean, a nat 20 is the best you can do, not
Exactly.
the best not the best possible no. It's the
Yeah,
best
it's not,
you
it's
can
not
do.
the
It's
best
not an
possible
automatic.
outcome. It's the best that you're able to
Oh,
achieve.
Yeah.
Some people just like to use it like, oh, I'm good. Yeah, like the whole convincing thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to roll persuasion to convince him to give us all our stuff. Natural 20, it has to happen.
Natural 20. I am God. You do what I say.
Seth.
Yep.
You know how we all leveled up? Does Richie get a level up? Does he have any?
No, you have to repair Reggie.
Repair
you
him.
have to upgrade Reggie with your mechanics. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Is Reggie
Good
trying to
know.
be a
Good.
person?
Same with
Richie thinks he's a
similarly
person.
with Pooch. Pooch
He
will
thinks
not
he's
gain
people.
anything when you level up, Phil, unless you take some of the
Right.
animal handling feats that improve him.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Reggie.
I don't really know what Reggie can really do. If I'm being completely honest.
I recommend that we leave before that brutish automaton murders us all.
I think Reggie needs to sacrifice himself.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll distract it. Have at you, machine.
Like,
Hey, it's a Fallout 4 companion.
so
What do you want Reggie to... If you want, Reggie can grab you with 2 of his actions and just carry you into the truck if you want for his whole turn.
Is that is anyone else in the truck?
Michael and the
well,
hanged man is, as soon as Michael went to move the truck. By the way, I forgot to tell you, Michael, the hanged man was just with you the whole time saying, "That's not how you reverse. No, other way. No, spin it the other way."
I don't need to hear it from you, tarot card.
Alright, sure.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, Richie can drag me into the truck.
Don't worry, ma'am. I've got you. Okay, moving on. Argus's turn. Argus walks out into the area. And Argus, the robot, stops and its tail raises up, and there's this massive rotating minigun at the end of its tail, and it starts pointing lasers at all of you. Attention, prisoners. This is Argus, your prison warden. You are incomplete and must return to the prison. Surrender. You have 10 seconds to comply.
Incomplete.
Seth, I think we need to talk after this. You've clearly been watching too much Doctor Who.
Exterminate.
Well, we just
You
watched an
will be
episode with
upgraded.
like cyber. I mean, the incomplete part just got me.
I'll be honest, I just thought of that while I was saying, so this is your fault, Miranda.
Why would
Miranda,
they? Why would
I have to go along and say one thing just entirely out of focus.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for finally giving him this man some culture.
I will say though, it telling you all you are incomplete though is very on par with actually the message that it's trying to give you. So. Anyway.
And what's that? We escaped prison.
Oh, in our time, yeah, our prison sentence is incomplete.
Yeah.
That's not what he
Anyways.
said.
Anyways,
He said we are incomplete, not our sentence.
that's its turn. You guys have 1 round to surrender before it opens fire.
Yeah, okay.
I want my phone call.
I have rights.
My lawyer said I wasn't going to be upgraded.
Yoko?
Sorry, so are we
no.
leaving, or are we going to try and fight this motherfucker?
I don't know about you, but I'm leaving.
Apparently party is a bunch of cowards.
We were planning to jump at the car and drive away, but if you would like to try and smack it, you're welcome to. Or...
Okay.
I mean, if you try and smack it, that gives us a delay, but then you explode.
No one's. Oh,
So-
yeah, true.
Tempting to smack it.
I'm not coming back for you.
So Michael's going to explode no matter what. Got it. You forgot that part.
I mean, if you want to try and smack it and see how much damage you do, go ahead, and then we can all jump in the car and wait for you to either survive or get back in the car after finding out.
Jesus Christ.
Just checking, you did hear what it said, right?
I did, yeah. It's going to kill us next turn.
10 seconds.
So, do I have enough movement to move to it, whack it, and move behind the truck?
If you want to use a hit die to extra effort, yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll do that.
The music always get loud again.
It's
the
boundary is
master
messed
one,
up.
not the.
Where's the master?
So
Yeah,
the global volume control instead of just the current plane.
Yeah, okay. I'll spend a hit die so I can move a bit again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give it a whack. It's fine. Ooh, nat 20. Here we go. Let's go.
Bill's doing it.
Cool.
That's 20 damage, huh? You swing your katana at, what are you aiming for? Its leg, its head? What are you aiming for?
Can I aim for its tail by any chance?
Sure.
The machine gun on it?
Yeah. You definitely can't reach the machine gun. It's like 20 feet up.
Oh, okay. So instead of the tail, I guess I'll go for the. Does its face look like it's important?
Yes, it has Gatling guns and grenade launchers and a big blue eye.
Okay, I'm going to go for the big blue eye.
Okay. You swing your katana
Whack
at it. It hits the big blue eye and it bounces off the glass.
That's bad. I'm going to whack it again because I do have the feature that I can whack things again. As a free
Sure.
action.
Go for it.
I'll just whack it again, see what happens. Is that a hit?
That is a hit.
Damage. So even a crit, it bounces off it, it seems.
14 damage.
For the legs.
For the legs, you slice one of its legs. You like slightly scratch the metal, but it feels like you're hitting like a solid steel building that's reinforced by Kevlar.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the car. I want to try that again.
Okay.
We don't have any jet fuel.
That fuel definitely melts this
Yeah.
building. Alright. Anyways, as you cut at the robot, it looks down at you with its big blue eye.
Prisoners cannot harm Argus. Argus is invincible. You will come with me. You are incomplete.
Anyways, the hanged man, he's going to spend his turn, Jimmy, very delicately telling you how to fucking drive. And he's going to give you advantage on your driving roll.
I don't need to hear it from you, tarot card.
I don't need to hear it from you, extinct ranger. Just get us out of here.
Wait a minute. He said prisoners can't hurt him. But what about miniguns?
I am no prisoner.
The sentry bot turns on beside you, Ryan.
I am no man.
I knew I should have finished off what I was doing.
Access granted. Reporting to Argos. The sentry bot turns and it points its weapons at you, Ryan. Prisoner will surrender or prisoner will be incapacitated.
Can I just hold up my hands? Like, I ain't got no gun.
It seems very groggy, like it's still trying to download its orders, so it's not going to attack this turn.
Just
Blackjack.
we did get our weapons back from the store.
Yeah. Blackjack Joe goes and he jumps like on top of the trailer, like it's a big one of those like mechanical bulls, and he just kind of jumps on top of it. Make mechanical pony go! And he just kind of pounds it. Okay. The police bots start moving forwards, and they start firing lasers at Blackjack, because he is not a prisoner, and he can be safely eliminated.
I thought he was a prisoner.
Oh, right, you were correct. Never mind. The only non-prisoner is Alkaya and Hanged Man, and they definitely can't shoot Hanged Man. So can this one see Alkaya? She has like half cover. It's gonna take a pot shot at her. Let's see. Oh no, that's a pot shot. A laser bolt flies and it hits Alkaya for... It's her for... Oof, a big 18 damage. She takes a big laser bolt to her gut and some of the armor melts and you guys all smell burning flesh.
Maybe she shouldn't have given me the healing pack.
Ivy, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just hold.
Okay.
Because it's not really... I'm where I want to be right now.
In the truck. I mean, if you want, you can use your action to climb forward into the cab and try to supercharge the engine again, so it goes real fast.
That is
Or you could
tempting.
jump on the gun and start shooting people.
Or yeah, you can jump on the gun and start shooting.
I'll take my chances with the car.
Okay.
I think.
As you squeeze between the hanged man and Jimmy to get forward and you hang out the front of the engine, the hanged man just comments, "At this point, Ivy, we should just get you a chair on top of the engine block." Alright. Ivy, you improved the engine slightly. Michael can get a +2. Ryan.
Did Alkaya go down with that shot, or is she?
She
still down?
seems to be staggering and momentarily stunned. It did do almost half of her health. Actually, no, it did over
Okay.
half.
That's 10 feet. I'm gonna immediately grab her arm, lift it up over my neck, and brace
Mhm.
her, and then start running back to the truck.
Okay. You make an athletics check.
Sure thing. Motherfucker. Face plant.
Ben, remember your trait?
Yep.
You fall to the ground with her on top of you, and you two slide just in front of the sentry bot, and the sentry bot and your cloak gets caught in the sentry bot's mechanical leg.
That's not good.
Jimmy, I take it you're holding your action to just boost it once everyone's in, right?
I mean, I could boost it right now.
But then everybody would blow up.
Yeah.
Or would they?
Unfortunately, my fate is tied to idiots with bombs strapped around them, so I shall hold my action.
Okay. Pooch is in the car. Yoko, do you want to do anything on your second turn?
I'll hold the action for now until I.
You don't want to
Can I
climb
hold
up?
it until I just decide to do something else? Or does that
Sure.
be something specific?
It normally has to be something specific, like you're holding it
Okay.
for X. But if you want, you
Nah,
can
it's
climb
okay.
up into the turret and use the.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do
Machine
that.
gun.
I'll try and get rid of the police bots at least.
Okay. Nash,
So-
you're up next. Yoko.
Oh no.
Yoko, no. Yoko, do you
Oh,
have
no,
ranged?
Yoko.
You don't have range, do you?
I don't think I do.
Okay, make dexterity checks then.
Deeks.
It'll take you one action to climb into the turret, and then you have 2 attacks.
Okay.
First one, what you're firing at? I take it the top sentry bot.
Oh, yes.
Okay, yep. That's
Police
a hit.
bot, you mean?
Yep. Sorry, police bot. That'll be 3d10
bot.
plus 5 damage.
Okay, 1 moment.
The big old 50 cal. So Yoko climbs up and opens fire, the machine gun unleashing lead at the ancient police bot. That's a lot of damage. The police bot goes down in a hail of bullets. Alright, and then I take it you want to shoot the other one?
I will shoot the other one.
Okay. That's a hit. The police bot also explodes into dust. Alright, Nash, you're up. Ivy, your robot Reggie is the next player. Nash, what do you want to do?
And you said Ryan his jacket is stuck in the
Yep.
sentry bot.
He's prone and his jacket is stuck
Oh,
in the
good.
sentry bot.
I've got
Because the
4
sentry,
actions thanks to Action Woman.
so the sentry bot has like treads for feet, and his cloak is like tangled in it, like with an escalator. And yeah, if the sentry bot moves, he's gonna get ground along with it.
So how would I go about carrying? How much could I? Is there a chance I could carry both of them?
You can try. You probably want to extra effort, use a hit die to make an athletics check with a bonus. And then you can try carrying both of them.
I'm going to turn one action into a quick burst and use it to attack the jacket to try and cut it.
Go for it. You get advantage because he's prone.
Nice.
Ben, your poor ranger jacket.
With advantage. Oops, I should have rolled it.
Alright, you can just roll it again.
26.
That's a fucking hit, yeah. Ryan, you feel your jacket get shredded as you are cut free.
Yes. Now I will try and I'll use a hit die to try and drag them both to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be athletics?
Yep.
Okay. And what
And
would
then
I
just-
be using a hit die with?
With the athletics. So just roll athletics and then
okay,
use
so-
a hit die.
Natural 20.
Never mind, you don't need the hit die. You very easily, you pick up one and like put them under your arm so they're like pinned in your armpit, and you just grab like the other one's collar with your hand, and you just carry both of them with just one
Yeah,
arm.
since I've got the chainsaw, one of them has to be stuck under the armpit for that hand. And
Mhm. You just chuck both of them into the truck and then you climb in.
enjoy this fresh smell of Nash.
Which one's
Don't worry,
under
I'm sure
the
she
armpit?
will.
Or are you going to double up on Ben's uncomfortableness, saw up his cloak, and then throw him under your armpit?
Face into the armpit.
Good thing I'm wearing my helmet.
Okay. You throw them in, and Alkaya's turn. She's kind of wincing in pain from the shot, but she's fine. Michael, it's the end of the round. You want to use your held action to drive now?
I think I think it's safe to finally go.
Mm-hmm. You get advantage, by the way.
And a +2.
And a +2, yes, because of Miranda's help.
Oh, that's not how I roll with advantage.
You know, I feel like Michael really needs to put some points into vehicles since he's the dedicated driver. He doesn't have any points.
All right, that is a 25.
The 25, damn, that's a good roll. So you guys turn and you start driving through the base. It's leaving Argus behind you. Argus is not very fast. He's a slow, six-legged walker. You guys have a pretty strong feeling, actually. You could outrun him just by running with your actual feet. You'd probably just get tired, though, and he'd eventually catch up to you. But with a vehicle, you can very easily outrun him. And as you guys are driving off, his minigun powers down, and he calls out after you.
Elimination of prisoners not allowed. Prisoners will be caught and corrected.
Did he say caught or cooked?
Caught. He said caught.
Because I don't think robots eat, so they don't really need to cook.
Hey Seth,
Yeah?
we wouldn't have seen a robot like him in the wasteland basically anywhere, would we? Because of
Nope.
how advanced
You've
it is.
only ever seen him in the prison.
Okay. Hey Ivy,
Yes.
how good's your medical? Would you say you're very competent at medical?
Yeah, pretty confident, but I am been having a mixed day with my abilities, so
Don't get me started about having a mixed day. Something tells me we might benefit from checking over one of us.
I need some flex tape to mend their wounds.
I mean, yeah.
Oh well,
Okay, yeah.
first of all we gotta patch her up, but I'm meaning one of the prisoners. Hey, Nash,
Yes.
hold your hands in the air and drop down.
Nah, I'm good.
Something that ain't sitting right with what they said because we're not complete. That's a super advanced robot. We don't really know what the fuck they were doing with us there.
Well, we were there in that prison for a long while before.
We were also there in that prison being drugged up constantly. Not the fun way either.
Well, you don't look like a super mutant to me, so I doubt it was that.
Can Pip-Boys do, like, medical scans?
Yours
The
and
good ones
Ivy's
can.
advanced ones can, yes. The prison ones can't. that everyone
I will
else
ask
has.
the magical Pip-Boy to do a medical scan.
Okay, you ask the Pip-Boy to do a medical scan, and it says,
mighty Pip-Boy, what is the health situation?
the Pip-Boy beeps, beep, boop, boop, and it says that you're fine, fully functional, no crippled limbs, no diseases, your radiation is low.
Okay, the almighty Pip-Boy seems to say we're okay. Can it scan others? I seem to be alright. No metal parts. Aside from a hand, a chainsaw hand.
Aside from the chainsaw hand, I'm fine.
Did you have that before you went into prison?
Yes.
Oh,
And
well,
what
there you
about
go.
mine?
What about yours? Ivy? Yeah, no. Yours tells you that you are perfectly fine.
I got this hand from the dark days.
No registered issues. Do you want to do a medicine check to self manually, or a technology check to try to get the Pip-Boy to do a more thorough check?
We'll go medicine.
Okay.
Oof.
You look over yourself, you feel fine, you seem fine, you don't notice like any surgery marks or anything.
Can Reggie do a perception check?
Of course, sure. He has advantage on perception because he has 3 eyes, so go for it. Don't worry, Mom, I'll give you the 3 times over. He has 1 skill. He doesn't have any more skills.
Wow. Wow. That is so bad.
Don't worry, Mom, you're perfectly fine. Although, if I must say so myself, you are looking a little bit thin. You might want to eat more. A woman of your childbearing age should be a little bit more meat on her bones.
Oh god. That was just cringe.
You are allowed to hit him, Miranda.
That's what an old-timey British robot would say. Excuse me? Ow! Excuse me?
She actually did.
Got a flick.
What? I'm role-playing the robot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to say I've never heard Cutthroat say that in any place.
Anyways.
I'll tell that the next time I get in trouble with somebody. Oh, I was role playing.
Set to rob a store. Oh, I was role playing. I'm just pretending to rob this bank. This money is props.
You're interrupting my laughing. Get lost.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else, guys? As you guys drive off into the sunset and leave Argos behind. Also, Jimmy and Yoko need to press add for XP in chat for escaping the robot.
Level up.
Imagine leveling up.
Let's just forget the chase. Let's everyone stuff a cab so we can level up.
Anyways, so you guys drive off to Burham Springs, our first actual dungeon encounter and main combat zone. Not gonna be. Well, there's gonna be some interesting there.
You know, do you think if we had any explosives, we could just sort of mine the trail since he's just following us?
Somebody said I'm not allowed explosives, Michael.
Well, you're not.
Also, they had no explosives at the store.
But
Did
the
you-
mine probably does.
You looked. Oh dear God.
Does this guy seem like he would actually be damaged by any conventional means?
I mean, he seems like he effectively, Phil, what you think as a very combat-heavy veteran. It seems like as if someone took an actual tank and then just turned it into a walking robot. It seems to have like tank level armor. So it is damageable, just not by small arms. Which unfortunately your katana does count as small arms. I am sorry.
Yoko has big arms. Blackjack has even bigger arms.
Well, you know what they say about guys with big arms.
They can damage tanks.